This video is about simplifying expressions. When you simplify an expression, you need to know about something called like terms. Two terms are considered like terms when they have the same letter with the same exponent. So out of these four terms, there are only two that are considered like terms. 5x and 3x. They have the same letter x, and they have the same exponent. 6x squared does have the same letter, but since it has the squared on it, is not considered a like term with the 5x and the 3x. Or if you just had a plain number, 5 and 8, those are considered like terms because they don't have a letter. So when you have your like terms and you are trying to simplify an expression, you look for your terms that have the same letter. So 4 has an x, and so does 3. 5 has a y. So the terms that are alike are 4x and 3x. Now we go with the sign in front of the term you are working with. So the negative goes with the 5y, but the positive goes with the 3x. So we're going to do 4x plus 3x, which gives us 7x. Negative 5y didn't have anything to combine with, so we just put minus 5y, and that's as simplified as this can be. Another example may include some distribution. So when you have a number in front of a set of parentheses, like the -2, you have to multiply it in by both things inside. -2 times x would be -2x. -2 times +3 would be -6. Now we have a negative sign here, so when we distribute, that's kind of weird because we don't have a number. So we have to remember that even though nothing is written in front of the parenthesis, there is actually a -1 out in front. So that means we can multiply both of these by -1. -1 times +5x is -5x. -1 times +4 is -4. Now we look for those like terms. -2x has a like term with -5x. -2 minus 5 is -7x. -6 has a like term with -4. -6 minus 4 is -10. So one last example. 2x times y minus 5z plus 3y times x plus 8z. This one's more complicated because we have more letters involved. So I'm still going to distribute and multiply this out. 2x times y is just 2xy. 2x times -5z would be -10xz. 3y times x would be 3yx. But we like things, when we're working in math, we like things to be in alphabetical order. So we actually want to write this as 3xy. We want the x to come before the y because that is in alphabetical order. So instead of writing it as 3yx, we're going to write it as 3xy. Then we multiply 3y times 8z, that would give me 24yz. So now we have to look for like terms, and they have to share both of them. So 2 has an xy. This has an x but no y. This has an xy, so these are like terms. And this one has no x. So it is not a like term. So I can combine 2xy plus 3xy, which is 5xy. So let's check 10xz. We have an x, we have a z. We go to 24, it's a y and a z. So those two are not like terms. They're two different kinds of terms, so we just write them behind the 5xy. And at this point, this is as simplified as we can get. That is all the like terms we could combine together. So that is what we need to know for section 207.